SP, owner of Nifty Studios. Thank you so much for joining the podcast. I'm so excited to have you here. Tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your agency.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Bradley. We are Nifty Studio. We're about almost 10 years old. Next year we're 10 years old, and we're agency, small scale boutique creative agency here in Paarl in the Western Cape. And we are sort of a spread out team. We're very visually based, but I myself am an ex-mechanical engineer. So, after working for Eskom for so many years, we get fed up. So I'm more the technical side, doing like the refining websites, SEO, paid ads, stuff like that. And then my wife and the three other girls in our team, they're on the visual side, building the sites, building the content, stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. So tell me, like, what did you first, or how did you first get into SEO? What was the aha moment that made you decide to start your own agency?
Yeah. Well, COVID happened, and then we realized we had to do a lot more corporate stuff, and we actually started off, strangely enough, with a lot of explainer videos for the mines and stuff, talking about COVID. And then eventually that led to a bunch of other marketing gigs, small scale marketing, doing a lot of websites and branding. And then eventually people said, listen, I need to rank a bit better. And then I started investigating and I started learning a lot on SEMrush, doing a lot of SEMrush courses. And then also doing some extra courses through UCT. And then eventually, I just dove in head first and started to try and figure out what this thing is and how it works. And then also, talked with industry professionals and found out what I need to do. And it's been interesting. But it's a very long-term game. I saw this meme the other day that like Joey from Friends, where he says like that part where they speak French. So Phoebe's trying to learn Joey French, and she says a thing, and he says it back, and then like phrase for phrase, and then the last sentence is just gibberish. So the meme was Phoebe says SEO, and then Joey says SEO, and she says is a long-term game, and then Joey says, why isn't my website ranking?
Very true.
So, and
it's like crazy, that. It's like clients would come to you and be like, okay, I'm ready for SEO services. So when will I be ranking at that number one spot?
Or in the AI, or in the algorithms, in the GEO. When am I going to be featured in ChatGPT? Stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And prior to this podcast, SP, me and you had a conversation. You said you attended a conference. How was that conference? And do you want to share with the audience what it is that you learned?
Yeah, it was great. I was actually surprised in how many people came to the conference, and there was a specific SEO section and like a hyper talk, I want to say. And that was really, it was really inspiring to see that, I actually was on the right track, and I am on the right track, and I've been doing the right stuff. It's just that there's a lot of people struggling with people with smaller agencies or people in the team that don't really know how to do it properly. So actually, out of the 40 or 30 people that were there, I was harassing this guy for questions, just like, is this really how to do it or how to do it? And then basically it was actually a one-on-one with me and this guy, because nobody wanted to ask questions. I was like feeding off this guy. And it was so nice because they are a very big, the guy that spoke there is a very big agency and very experienced. They really know what they're talking about. But that's the thing with SEO. I think at small scale, if you just do a little bit of stuff, you can start ranking much better. Then you don't need massive budgets or massive things. You can just focus on some core stuff, and then you can move on. At least, even if you want to go bigger and provide more traffic to your brand, you can outsource it to somebody who knows what they're doing. But you don't have to do that.
Yeah. It's so interesting because SEO has evolved so much over the years. And I've been dying to ask you, what is the biggest changes you've seen and how has it impacted the way you run your agency?
Yeah, there's a lot of things. Well, obviously AI is the big thing. You really need to start focusing on GEO. That means, and also what I've seen, there's a lot of AI nonsense on there. I mean, if you Google something these days, you will click on the first link you'll find, and it will be just like a generic ChatGPT mess. So Google is going to ramp down. They have already started, but they're going to start ramping down really hard. And actually, when I do a lot of domain scoping, so then I can actually see this traffic that was on a site and then it just dropped. And that's because Google, they often release algorithm updates to target these like black hat methods.
Oh, yeah.
And one that's going to happen very soon now is this AI junk. Google's going to see it's AI and it's just going to de-rank it. And then you're going to see your website traffic's just going to tank. So, it's nice. You might get some traffic now, but you need to be sure that you are, watching it and optimizing correctly, not just throwing it in AI.
Yeah.
Letting AI spit something to you. So it's pretty soon. The apocalypse is coming. The AI apocalypse.
Yeah, definitely.
You need to be ready. You need to be ready, man.
And we're seeing the Google algorithm updates happening all the time right now. But when you say, just for the audience listening, when you say you have to optimize correctly, what do you mean by optimize correctly? And for people out there who want to know how to optimize correctly, how can people out there optimize correctly?
Well, I think there's a few ways to do it, but one of the things is firstly find a source that will teach you how to do it correctly. Something like Search Engine Journal or SEMrush. They have amazing blog and courses that's all free. But just a quick thing that I learned recently was that if you use authoritative text, you speak an authoritative voice. You cite references and you, what was the last one? Statistics. You add that in your blog. It should help GEO rank better, but also, that's just one piece of the puzzle. You need to have call to actions in there. You need to have links, inbound, outbound links. You need to make sure readability is correct for your group demographic. So using this GEO stuff and also just making sure the blog is something, it's not just a mess.
Yeah.
On top of keyword research, making sure the keywords you use are correct. They're not overused. They're not stuffing keywords. All this kind of stuff that helps just to make sure that it ranks in in the LLMs.
That's perfect for someone just starting out in SEO. That's super valuable.
Yeah.
No, thank you. And another one. What do you think is the future of SEO in the next 5 years? Are there any trends that people aren't paying enough attention to?
Yeah, I think a lot of video content, especially like audio transcriptions of blogs, getting something that you can just listen at the top of the blog, just press play. You don't listen to a blog kind of as a podcast. There's a lot of, I can't remember the name. There's a new feature that Google released that you literally create a podcast from a blog. So it's two AIs talking to each other from your blog.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy. And it sounds super legit. Sounds like a Joe Rogan podcast. It's insane.
Oh, my goodness.
But so that stuff is happening. I mean, it's you can do it now. It's not like full scale, but it's very soon going to be like you're going to create text-based content and it's going to turn everything into audio, and then you can maybe even turn it into video later on. I'm not sure, but like for instance, I know something like Veed or TikTok Pro can do like a AI person. So they might map your face and then that person will talk. You don't even have to record yourself. So they're going to start integrating all of these things together, and then you can literally just write a blog and you have your video content, audio content, everything. So
things are just happening.
You need to be on top of it because you're going to be left behind. I mean, we have been embracing AI in, I think sustainably. We use it to train ourselves, but also just use it to sort of outrank the competition, but in a correct way. We don't want to. We know people that use it very, unhealthily, and it's destructive. It's not the best thing.
Definitely do it. Use it to enhance your work and efficiency.
To learn.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
And it can make mistakes, but
but as an expert, you should see those mistakes, and I guess that's where the difference lies. But what are your thoughts on people wanting to rank on large language models now, like ChatGPT, for instance?
Yeah, I think it's definitely worth it. So Google's market share has now recently dropped below 90%. And that's the first time ever. So even though, yes, I want to rank in a LLM like ChatGPT or Perplexity or Grok, it's still less than 1% of the global search traffic that you want to rank for. So yes, it's getting bigger, but YouTube is the third largest search engine. So, I mean, if you just focus on making video content, you will get more returns than ChatGPT, because also, the LLM, it doesn't always return the same thing. So you can optimize for it, but it's not guaranteed. But if you have different sources of source material that you will drive back to your site, and you have brand awareness, and you're building like normal marketing tactics,
yes,
it will still return. You have a much higher ROI than also optimizing for ChatGPT or LLMs, because they also sometimes reference Google. They also use search engines. So you sort of doing a double return on your investment if you do videos and normal search engine optimization.
Yes, definitely. I find that so interesting. I just saw a video of Neil Patel saying that, 2025, it's now search everywhere optimization, not search engine optimization.
Yeah, that's a very, very smart term. Yeah, Neil Patel is amazing. Yeah, he's got some great references. Yeah.
So tell me, do you have a success story that you are really proud of in this agency journey and SEO journey?
Yes, yeah. We decided. Well, I learned a long time ago that you can't really do SEO without getting the right software. So, for instance, Moz, SEMrush, RFs or Ahrefs.
Yes.
So we decided to use SEMrush from the start, even though it's expensive, but to learn and to make mistakes and everything. And we had this one client on there from the beginning. And recently we've started implementing, well, not recently, but recently we started getting a lot of growth on their blogs, because we do long tail form keywords on their blogs. And the blog is very well written, call to actions, links, everything. But we have this whole theme plan for the year that we build out for their blog and their lawyers. And then we publish it. And now it's crazy because we publish it, the blog, in the first hour, it's already on top, the front page of Google. It's on position 3. And it's a brand new blog, brand new keyword. And that's happening now for each blog we're doing. So the thing is, they're not just ranking for their brand name, they're ranking for other searches. So, and that's the nice thing now, is that you also don't have to tell Google, listen, please index this blog. It's already being indexed because there's enough traffic coming for the key phrase. So, it's starting to grow in there, because the competition is pretty tough in the law. Well, they're in the debt space, so it's pretty tough. But now, even with a little market share, they're at like 4%, 3% market share. Probably that went up from 0.
Yeah.
And already the traffic is crazy. I mean, one blog last month got 6,500 views.
Oh, wow.
And it was just a small blog. We published it in the middle of the month only. So it's sort of this snowball effect. Once you start doing the sustainable blog with right keyword research, and you optimize the site, you make sure the technical SEO is right, because if the technical SEO isn't right, it doesn't help you doing blogs.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's it. Yeah.
Find that perfect balance.
It's a great success right now.
You are dropping so much value.
The SEO is actually so much, you save a lot of money in the long run. If the better your site is, the better content your site has, the more relevant it is, the cheaper your Google ads are, for instance.
Yeah.
And, SEO, after a while, you're just blogging and just driving traffic to your site and not spending anything. You're just creating content. And that it's actually such a no-brainer when you think about it. You have to do SEO. I mean, if you're not doing it, you're wasting money. It's as simple as that.
That's an extremely nice way to put it, especially for a company or business that doesn't really understand all this SEO information that they've been receiving. That's a beautiful way to put it. Well, thank you for dropping all this value and all this knowledge, SP. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm going to finish off with my last question. When you are not deep into SEO, what is something completely unrelated to work that you are passionate about?
Well, I'm actually an artist. I've done work for Marvel, funnily enough. I did playing cards for them. I do game design with friends. So I've actually got a not biggish, like 1,200 subscribers YouTube channel. So drawing pixel art. I have a comic book that I'm finishing up. So I actually really like doing art. I've got like a pencil tattoo and stuff like that. So art is like a big part for me. I've actually wanted to be an artist full time, but I just realized that it's a bit tough to do that. And also I have this engineering degree that I worked very hard for, so I should probably use it.
Wow.
It's a mix, but also you'll see like on our site, we have these characters that sort of show that we're a bit different. And I drew those characters. So when somebody joins the business, I draw a little character for them. And I think it also helps just to make us a bit different. We're not this big corporate entity. We're a small scale, but I want to say we're smart, but we also fun.
Definitely.
We try to be, at least.
Definitely. I'm a massive Marvel fan. That is really awesome. You're a man of many talents.
It's a bit stressful, but I mean, it's good. I think it's good for me that I have this thing that I can fall back on, that I really enjoy. And then, it's also sort of, it's nice to know that, hey, somebody likes my art a little bit. It's very sort of, your soul is very enriching to do that. So definitely.
No, it's
draw more.
Yes, exactly. No, it's needed. Oh, that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. And SP, I'm going to leave you with the last thing. Please let the audience know what you're currently busy with, and if you have any message you want to end off with.
Oh yeah, we're currently busy with expanding our own SEO venture. We do blogging more often now, but we're also going with a bit more shorter format content. For instance, there's a lot of actually website tricks that we've figured out over the years and SEO that I just want to upload to our video channels to help rank for that. How to fix a blog in Elementor, or how to sort out some weird glitch on Yoast, for instance. Just little stuff like that. And then, I think otherwise than that, I just want to say, try to learn. You always keep learning. Like, even if don't trust the AI completely, but still use it for a reference point and then go learn more. What was it? What was the guy who invented the light bulb? I can't remember his name.
Me neither.
In America, Benjamin Franklin. Sorry, Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin, he had this thing that he would spend 15 minutes a day learning something. And I actually have this little square at home for a Pomodoro timer. So I just put it on 25, and then I try to learn something or do some art. And actually, that's been really beneficial for me. I've gotten massive strides on that. So, actually buy this little stupid timer for yourself, put it on your desk, and then you just put it there and don't do anything else. Just do this one thing for 25 minutes. And when next thing you know, you are doing crazy things.
Yeah, definitely. And celebrating those small wins. I absolutely love that. SP, thank you. Thank you so much for this podcast. Thank you for dropping so much value, and good luck with all your future ventures.
Thanks, Bradley. Thanks so much. It was awesome.